Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're all well and having a good week so far. We're at Oslo today, and we've got the fantastic freeware Oslo Gardermoen Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, created by Coco Lada in our Discord, or Hergy, as he's known on flightsim.to as well. And we're busy today. There's loads of us. We've got two over there on the far left-hand side of your screens, and we've got a Scandinavian Airlines down below, and then the rest. A conglomerate, what they called, a group of Ospreys, I think what it's called. And actually, we're going to head into the terminal because we have our very own gate inside this scenery, which is cool. If you're tuning in for the first time, then a very warm welcome to you. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Make sure you hit like and subscribe down below as well. So working through the terminal, loads of us all parked up, looking pretty good. And there we are at stand 48 here at Oslo. There we go. With our very own gate. It's so good. This is actually part of the real scenery as well. So when you actually download it from flightsim.to, gate 48, go and take a look. A flock of Osprey. Welcome to all of you guys. Loads of people in the live chat today, looking fantastic. New names as well that I don't recognise. Welcome if you're tuning in for the first time. David A, hello. Simon Woods, Dan Upstone, hi guys, welcome. Some of our channel members there. Thank you very much for all of your ongoing support. If we could bust through the gate. Let's see. Oh, there's the cabin door. There's a little view of the aircraft from the gate with some horrendous looking cumulonimbus clouds around actually. But if we bust back out, this looks fantastic. And there's an original livery there as well, cool. Really cool bit of freeware. So I hope you guys enjoy today's stream. We're heading to Vilnius in Lithuania. And that's got some fantastic freeware available for it as well. About an hour and a half or so flight time today.
Pushback from stand 38, straight push.
We've got the landing rate monitor set and working as well. If you didn't see the video went online yesterday covering that, then do check that out too. It's pretty awesome. And it's freeware too. Let's have a look at Navigraph. So we can go through routing today. Stand 48 at Oslo, we're going to push and start facing east towards the sort of Bravo 6 hold point here. Runway 19 left and 01 right. We're then going to taxi Juliet to probably Tango all the way down to the Bravo 2 hold point. And then we're going to depart runway 01 right on a MASEV 6 Bravo departure, an RNAV departure which looks like this. So straight away, 1,100 feet, minimum bank of 20 degrees. It's a sharp right turn, max 205 knots to head outbound towards the east. Max 230 knots initially, although that is for the Rivi 6 Bravo departure, not for us. That one goes up that way. We're then going to head south for a little while, accelerating away towards MASEV, and you can see here initial climb clearance of 7,000. Expect further climb by Oslo approach. MASEV 6 Bravo climb on 012 track to 1100, Golf Mike 440, 506, 504, 617, and then MASEV. Airport elevation of 681. Max 250 knots below flight level 100 after Golf Mike 440. So, got to hold our constraint then until we get past that first waypoint, GM 440, and then we can accelerate to 250 knots on our approach. Our routing is then going to take us across Scandinavia and then over the, I think it's the Baltics, isn't it? In towards Lithuania for an arrival into Vilnius. There we are, elevation of 649 feet as well. At the moment with the weather, we're expecting the NEDAM 2 Bravo arrival. You can see a couple of constraints there that we'll go through this in more detail into the descent Victor India 406 with a constraint there, followed by cutoff with both altitude and speed constraints. And then we're going to expect the ILS Zulu runway 19 by a cutoff. Like so. First time flying into Vilnius in the on the stream. Even off stream, in fact. G'day, Chad. John, hello to you, welcome. Loads of people looking like they're tuning in from Lithuania, so very warm welcome to you. Information Alpha, very good, thank you. I hope you're well. Jillian's joining us as Scandinavian 84 Lima, fantastic. We're on the VATSIM network today as well. And Wesley's flying from Bornholm to Vilnius. Nice. David A, how does it compare to the one inside voluntarily? How do you mean? Dead lead media, well, we're very fresh. Snowy Colorado. So initial climb was to 7. Let's set that. And the QNH is a mental 997 hectopascals, which is insanely low pressure. The commentator, hello to you, welcome. So we've set that there, and we've also made sure it's selected in the standby instrument too. Sergio's from Latvia, welcome. Our performance page then, V1 of 133, rotate 134, and a V2 138, flex of 69, flaps 1, and a trimmable horizontal stabilizer of 0.2, which is about there, I think. We're using the Turtle Beach VelocityOne Flight universal control system today for the flight sim, and it's awesome. Really enjoying it actually so far. Glad I noticed the throttle being up then. Bizarre. How does it compare on Volanta? Okay, so there we are. So you can kind of see on Volanta, it's a bit of a steep south turn actually from Golf Mike 506. Oh, we look so busy there. Look at that, that's fantastic. Love it. A load of us are tracking the flight with the landing rate monitor for our sort of virtual airline that we've created, just as a bit of fun within the community. So in Discord, once we land, I'd imagine there's going to be a whole lot of flight reports going in as well, which would be quite cool. South of Stockholm for our departure, we're heading over Baltic Sea, over Latvia into Lithuania, like so. And there's the arrival of NEDAM, Kotov, and then it's going to be an ILS with a little bit of probably heading mode getting used. But there we go. Look at that weather. Jeez. Good grief. Wouldn't want to fly through that. In fact, yesterday I was sat by the edge of the runway 27 left at Heathrow watching a load of aircraft come in during 45 knot gusts. And it looked pretty hairy, but then on flight radar I noticed, thank you Doctor on board, there was a Cessna Grand Caravan flying from Bruges to I think Birmingham, I think it was Birmingham. Through the weather, and I just thought absolutely no chance in hell. Dan Hub is saying, how do we look on the FS Hub radar? Do you want the one specific to the airline, or do you want the one just in general, the general overview? Because if that's the case, I'll put the link to that in there. That's the main radar hub for FS Hub. And then if you want the one for the airline, I'll put that link in the live chat as well, and it'll filter out all our aircraft. Sometimes you have to let it load for a little while. There you go. So there's both links in there for you. 6,800 kilos. I think we're ready. Flight deck doors locked. Transponder set 2000. Predictive wind shears arms. We've got lights set as required. 1228. And our routing is all set, ready to go. We could probably turn Hoppy on as well, just as a connect in case we get somebody come online. Then we might be able to use CP DLC. Oslo traffic, Osprey 165 for A320 Neo, stand 48, push and start to face east. Oh, you know what? I should probably get rid of the jetway. Otherwise, we'll end up ripping the door off like BA flight of recent. If she goes. Custom jetways.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
If you fly into Oslo, by the way,
Osprey
BVGS,
Juliet Mike,
pretty fantastic.
73, pushing back facing north.
I'm leaving the wing anti-ice on for a little while. Here we go. That cloud looks rather ominous, doesn't it? And it's closing in on Oslo very quickly. Here we go for the nose wheel lift. RP Volcom, how do you get flex temp? So you can use a couple of calculators, but it tends to usually be between 65 and 75, so I pick 69 usually. There's not much science involved. That's the wrong one. Reverse.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set. Okay.
Mission mode start.
Please release parking brake. Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Power to the
It will
FADEX.
start in the sequence.
And just be prepared that Vilnius weather changes literally every few minutes, and by changes I mean it changes. Interesting. Sounds like it's going to be quite fun. You can see another Osprey tail through the glass there. Wonderful. Loads of us starting to push now. I'm assuming they're on the yellow line. So I'll trust them. Well, actually, no, there's some greens up there, actually. Yes. Yes, there we go, there's the green line. Uh-oh. We're going to annoy the engineers today, I think. Breaking all the aeroplanes. It sounds like engine 2 has fired up. So let's start a bit of a turn. And we will now start engine 1. Scandinavian 0 for Wesley, fantastic.
Oslo traffic, Scandinavian 740 departing runway 19 left.
Tablet's turned itself back on again, of course it has. And there's a Jetstar. We'll just pull forward slightly.
Pushback completed. Please set your parking brake. Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Ground.
Oh, Starship, that's not good. You were doing a long haul as well, weren't you?
Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a
That's
good
engine
flight.
1 available.
Holding position.
Mission
waiting for
mode
the visual.
norm.
Thank you and goodbye.
And we'll start to turn this off as well. We'll leave that on for now. And wing lights on. And I'll pop these out the belly. Hold on, where the hell's... What's he departing on 19 right?
Oslo traffic, Osprey 27, Juliet Mike.
Leo, arriving on runway 19.
1 by Whiskey Tango Bravo 2.
Okay, taxi charts. We can go... Flaps 1 plus F. We're going to go left, Juliet 1, I think. Actually, where are we? Juliet. We can go straight, can't we? Yeah, we're on Juliet. Oslo traffic. Osprey 165 is taxiing to hold point Bravo 2 runway 01 right via Juliet and Tango. Oslo traffic. Bar break off. Spoilers arms. And a little bit of power. Yeah, we've got the taxi lights on. Dan is Mako Simulation still working on EGCC and EGBB updates. So EGCC I think is just is complete as it is at the moment from what I understand. EGBB I'm not sure. I know he's been ramped with real life work at the moment. His other airport, which I got really excited about for a long time, I think has sort of hit the pause button for a little bit. It's a bit of a shame. There we go. Oh, this looks cool. Taxiing and formation. Wow. You can download all of these liveries, by the way, on britishavgeek.com/liveries. And if you want to, you can join our little virtual airline community too. Little right turn coming up. That's Sierra. We want Tango. Quick check left and right. And we'll do takeoff config test.
Oslo traffic, Osprey 490, taxi, Juliet Tango.
When we touch down at Vilnius, we should get a pop-up on the screen telling me my landing rating, so no pressure for me. You guys will see it straight away on the screen as well the second I land to tell us how buttery my landing was or not.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
So, fantastic bit of scenery. Of course, we departed from this little cul-de-sac when we last flew in the DC-6. It's quite a bit of ground friction. Wesley! Been a member for 14 months, wow. And like saying there, John as well has been a member for about that long too. Congrats to both of you. Christopher I think's been with the channel just as long as well. So thank you to all your ongoing support. It is massively appreciated. Fly at Tonkontin or Iceland. Fly at or into? You know what I need to do? Turn the drone camera tilty speed off. Usually 8, isn't it? That's what we go for. 8.3. We'll do 8.9. That'll do. And we'll steer back onto the centre line. Wintry indeed, Christopher. So it's going to be a hand-flown initial part of this departure. What is it? MASEV 6 Bravo. So max 205 knots. And a minimum bank of 20 degrees onto a track of 072.
Baltic, taxiing to runway 1 right.
To head out, max 230 knots for the Ribby departure, but we'll hold about 25 and then accelerate out. I can't. There'll be so many people unsubscribe if I take off on the taxiway. And somebody no doubt will report me to VATSIM. Hey, thankfully it's not as long as a taxi in Schiphol. That's about a 30-minute stream in itself. There you go, Christopher's been a member for 14 months as well. Fantastic.
Oslo traffic, Aeroflot Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike A32NX. Pushback and start runway gate 77 for facing south.
I'm hoping over the next week or so I'm going to be able to show, well basically show you guys a really unique bit of merchandise, which I don't think anyone else has done yet. Might appeal to some of you, might not, but yeah, it's going to be cool if I can pull it off. Oh, I can see somebody taxiing through somebody else over there. Look at that line of lights. That's brilliant. Not sure, Christopher. We'll have to check again in a month. See what comes up. So if you want to get this scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator, you go to flightsim.to, search for ENGM, or just type in Oslo, and you want the scenery created by Hergy. Commentator, yep. Dan saying A32NX is so good currently. Completely agree with you there. Such a good flight yesterday in the Osprey A320neo with full flight ATC, CPDLC working with all two, and aircraft feeling great as well. That's pretty fantastic, isn't it? Oh, got a bit of throttle in here. So a lot of surface friction. Interesting. Yeah, I think membership started. When did membership start? Was it December? Oslo traffic, Osprey 165, Far Bravo 2, runway 01 right, lining up for a MASEV 6 Bravo departure. Oslo traffic. There's the Cat 2 hold point, and this one here, the single bar, is the Cat 1 hold point. So it depends if it's low vis or not. Let's get all the lights on. There's the threshold. Miko, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Part brake. Probably won't be able to have a look at other people's departures here because of how busy it's about to get. Okay, so a little bit of throttle. Dan saying it will be hard if to be persuaded to get Phoenix if fly-by-wire carry on with their development at this rate. That nose forward slightly. Flex. SOS runway, speeds of life. That's thrust set. 80 knots. So we're ever so slowly relaxing the nose wheel pressure because we're pushing the stick forward initially until at the very latest 100 knots. Oh, long takeoff run, V1, rotate. Love this throttle and yoke system, it's so good. Positive rate, gear up. 1100 is what we're looking for now. Get our nose ever so slightly further down just to match our V2 speeds. Oslo traffic, Osprey 165 is airborne 1000 feet. So minimum of 20 degrees, we'll go for 30 degrees. I'm still hand flying this. Using the flight director to help. And out we go. Roll out early. We go track mode for a second. Leave climb. Bottom climb. TCAS standby warning because I did forget to put that on. Fat fingers. Goop, hello to you, welcome.
Flight traffic Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, please roll in 01.
Now let's go back to manage mode. Look at that. Wow. A really high rate of climb as well. 2-minute spacing ideally, commentator. God. We've got somebody already catching us up. Oh, we might get a TCAS warning here. Here we go. Now let's see what happens. Because we're about to go into conflict on the similar routing. Eric, hello to you, welcome. Do you have the Henrik Nielsen ships installed? No, sadly not. I think he's had a TCAS warning and steered away. Because he's going off now towards the right. Flaps up. Disarm the spoilers. Oh, Christopher, I think so, yes. Anyway, we got the traffic warning, which is quite cool to hear. We might... Oh, now look at that. He's up here somewhere. Just look at that. That is stunning. Oh Jesus, what was that button? The hell? Madness. Not sure what got clicked then. What a way to spoil the view. Wow. Here we go. Anyway, standard pressure. Standard pressure. Thank goodness we heard that and dealt with it the second we heard it. That would have been interesting, wouldn't it?
Oslo traffic, Air Baltic 1, single Neiman lining up behind departing aircraft. Oslo traffic, Aeroflot Whiskey 12 from Mike, taxiing to runway 1 right via Romeo Juliet Sierra Bravo 1. Oslo traffic.
There we go. We're airborne. We've got the landing rate monitor monitoring our flight. Keep smashing the like button, guys, as well while you're here. In the near future, we're going to potentially have a Airbus A330neo livery as well with the Osprey channel colours. Justin, indeed, AIG is back, though it sounds like the download process is even more difficult than before. Oh, we're literally skirting this massive cloud. There's the next outbound leg. Where we go around that massive cumulonimbus there. In fact, from a passenger point of view, they would see just that big, massive ball of fluff. Kid, hello to you, welcome. I hope you're well. Yuri, hello, welcome. I'm really well, thanks. Thanks for asking. I hope you're okay. Saying thanks for the other video you uploaded about the landing rate monitor. I liked it and just registered. Fantastic.
Oslo traffic, airport 1 Lima, departing runway 01 left.
We'll be able to spot a load of landings when we get there as well with VATSIM velocity. That's stunning. Look at that. Wow. The sim never gets boring with its views. ETJ, good night, hello. So Saturday, we've got a stream scheduled for the first time since September. I'm going to be basically the ground controller at Manchester Airport on VATSIM. Hopefully we're going to get a tower view set up as well, although I know there's been a couple of issues since VATSIM Velocity got introduced. But we're going to give it a go. And for about 3 hours we're going to have full ATC at Manchester Airport, which is going to be good. Hopefully you guys are going to love it. If you are taking part, then feel free to put your routes in advance into the Discord server, and we can go through and verify them basically to see if we can help make sure that you've got a valid route for the day. We're expecting a lot of traffic as well. It's going to be great fun. About to enter Sweden now. Vilnius, I know from the charts, has got a VOR, so we can go RadNav, VOR 1138, and 3-letter identifier for that is Victor November Oscar, VNO. And interestingly as well, got one because it's the closest. I've already gone ahead and put our approach into runway 19, but on the RadNav page you can see there's no ILS frequency input. So the ILS for runway 19 is 109 decimal 1, but we actually want to go IBK. I think we can do it like this. Let's try it. 109 decimal 1. Format error. Of course it is. .1091, there you go. So 3-letter identifier for the ILS is IBK, and the frequency is 1091. You can see that there. Course F194, and all of that is on the charts, on their Navigraph charts, or whatever else you guys are using. Reese, hello to you. I think he's going to fly to Ljubljana. Fantastic. So we've got the VOR and the ILS tuned in, and all the rest we can look at closer to our arrival. Gives us something to work with as we make our way across anyway. Daniel's saying hello to you. Could you please show the graphic settings, clouds and more? So everything's pretty much on high or ultra, effectively. Well, I've got a GeForce RTX 2070 Super. So not the most powerful of things, but it works really well. I've got a couple of things on Ultra. The cloud settings are on high because I find that there's very little difference between the two. But in flight I can't pause anything because the VATSIM world around us will continue basically. There's a little bit of TCAS there. Popping back into view. So he's 10 miles ahead, 2,200 above. Just out of view by the looks of it. See, if it was night time, I think we'd probably see just the white rear tail light and a couple of strobe flashes, which would be quite cool. Hopefully we're all about 2 minutes apart, otherwise we might have to end up stacking in holds. And if that happens actually, what holds do we have on this arrival? We've got a hold at Kotov and that's it. The initial approach fix. Minimum holding altitude of 5,000 and a max speed of 230 knots at that one. Starship, sorry to hear that. Doesn't sound like you've had a good experience with the sim today. Another victim of a crash to desktop. One of my favourite views right there. Always have to have the window seat, preferably over the wing when I'm flying in real life. Luke Media, hello to you from the Luke Air Tool team. We've used that quite a lot in the past. It's a really good bit of freeware. If you don't know anything about it, then basically head to flightsim.to and type in all one word, Luke Air Tool, as it's shown in the live chat there, and you can download it. And it's got all your cabin announcements, and it also works with FSU IPC7, like the landing rate monitor that we're using today. And effectively, what it does is allows you to preset your cabin announcements depending on your stages of flight, and it has like a passenger configurator as well, which is cool. John, frames took a big hit on departure, not Brill, now 24 frames per second. Interesting. Sam, it is indeed, it's stunning. Some of the best views in the world are from altitude, I think. Demantis, hello to you, asking, have I ever been to Vilnius before? No, I haven't actually. I think I've never actually been to Lithuania. Yeah, the shadow's a bit weird, isn't it? That's obviously the sun there reflecting off the winglet, the sharklet. I mean, I guess at least they're trying. By contrast, if we go to the other side, which might be this button. There we go. Now that looks cool, because you've got the sun beaming off the edge of the sharklet. And that looks pretty spectacular. Zathira, welcome. Really good, thanks, I hope you're well. David's got the same as well. 23 frames per second, wow. Luke saying the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator update is giving you lots of crash to desktops. Have you tried clearing your cache? Your rolling cache or whatever else you use? I know that's solved it for quite a few people that have had similar problems, but also checking through all of your scenery too to make sure that there's not anything there that might be suddenly incompatible. Touch wood, I've been okay. I've had the occasional crash to desktop, but nothing major. Yeah, a log.txt would be great, wouldn't it? I think people have been asking for that for a very long time, Cythera, as well, haven't they? They've been saying there should be some crash logs of some sort, but I guess, being cynical, perhaps they don't want to do that because it will show there's some instabilities that actually would probably be quite easy for people to fix if it was community-led, but in fact would be would cause a bit of criticism, perhaps, from a lot of the community as well. It'd be one of those things, wouldn't it? Something would be a regular common cause of a crash to desktop. Community would solve it, and they're pushing a Sobo for a fix. Sam guy, when I was inside, oh, Jesus Christ. I should read comments before I start to read them out. Oh, Sam's saying that there was a mum. How do I reword this? His mum experienced a lot of turbulence in the flight on a flight to Bali one day. Mark, hello to you. Welcome. Jimmy Shelter's asking for a tutorial on how to tweak the simulator for best sounds. So try and just turn some of these sounds in the sound menu up, specific to like engine noise and that sort of thing. There, look at that. ZebTube, welcome. How long do you have to be subscribed for to chat in the chat? It should be instant. Yeah, it's instant. I just checked. Daniel, thank you very much. Luke C Media, the event view is inside. Is that the one inside the dev mode? Which I tend to avoid using dev mode, to be honest. Mark's been getting a lot of long freezes and pauses since the last world update. Interesting. It's not Volanta, is it, that's causing it? Because I know that when it does the little state-saving moment, where it sort of records where we are in the flight and the state of the aircraft in case we do get a CTD. I know that, for me, every now and again can cause a freeze for about a second or 2 seconds, and then it all continues like normal again. Cythera, I almost did. Jeez. ZebTube, rightio. Or you could stay subscribed to both. Lively, good morning. Thank you very much for telling us about the landing rate manager, the landing rate monitor. Great, hopefully you enjoyed the video I did yesterday as well, showing it off thanks to your recommendations. And because you told us about it, I then also stumbled across FS Hub and set up this little Osprey Airways community sort of virtual airline thing for us all to enjoy, which is pretty cool. So thank you very much. Out of curiosity, actually, Zivli, as well, when did you first hear about landing rate monitor? Cythera, so I'm not really getting too many crash to desktops or anything like that, but I am getting, just every now and again, depends on which aircraft I'm in, I will get like a little freeze sometimes when Volanta pauses. Sam's asking, would anybody here in the live chat want to become a pilot? Absolutely, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Be a dream come true. It's a lot of money though, that's the only thing. It's about £110,000, £120,000. Christopher. Saying Star Stable is out on iOS. We can all have horsey fun, not only on PC but on the phone as well. You know what, actually, I had an email from a developer the other day asking me if I wanted to download and try out their new game called what was it? campsite builder. Not quite sure how it links into flight sim. But again, quite an interesting random little game that sort of dropped into my mailbox. Severa would love to be a private pilot. Corporate pilot or like a private pilot's license holder where you can just fly your own sort of little general aviation Piper PA-28. Let's turn icing off now. I was conscious going through all that cloud. And we're at cruise. Wonderful. Oh, that's not good, Luke. C media, something to do with a memory leak in the sim. MSFS seems to crash after 6 hours, and eventually the sim will crash for some. So the longest flight I've done is about 8 hours 30, I think it was, and across the pond to JFK to no, Washington actually, wasn't it? Washington or JFK to Helsinki, and we did alright. Yeah, Luke, so I'm doing PPL at the moment. I'm probably about probably about a third of the way through, or half the way through actually. I've just got basically I'm going on to navigation, but I've got quite a few exams ahead of me which I'm struggling to get time to revise for basically. How many have I done? I've done 3 exams I think at the moment, and I've obviously got another 5 left to do, which are quite meaty subjects. Finding the time to get round to doing them all is quite difficult. Take the Great, 350 hours in the Flybywire A32NX, nice one, and you only want to learn more. You see, and the wonder of it is the fact that over time more and more is being added as well, so you're doing all these hours but there's still always something else to learn. NEDAM reckons we're going to be there in 45 minutes. Interesting. That's lovely, no problem at all. Give it a go, you're most welcome. Somebody up here somewhere. Can't see them. Yeah, it's lovely. Give it a go. If you're wanting a bit of help with your flight plan for Saturday, then just drop it into the live chat, or drop it into the Discord server, and we can have a little look through the routing, perhaps, and we can all help basically create each other's flight plans, so that when you connect to VATSIM on Saturday for our ATC session, you've got an accurate flight plan. You don't need to worry about lots of amendments and route changes and things when you call for clearance. As Aviation Simulation is saying, the only way to get into VATSIM is to first watch some tutorials like the ones that I've created, but then also just do VATSIM, just get into it. Swedish Moto is getting insane, TCAS. He's outside left. I mean, ideally we should all be 2 minutes apart on a similar routing. Can't see you. Such a wonderful livery. Oh, somebody's found a discontinuity. Fantastic. Uniku, welcome. Is this for Xbox or PC? Both. Oh, hello. Look at that. Spotted. It's the Aeroflot, I think, or oh, it's an Asobo A380 blob. Of course it is. Seb's asking When are the Red Pigeons aerobatics team starting? Hopefully never. I quite like the red kites. Love this livery. It's
Loving
so
the
nice.
streams and keep up the good work. Thank you for supporting Luke Air Tool.
The Luke Air Tool, thank you very much. Dropping a nice tip there. Loving the streams, keeping up the good work. Thanks for supporting the Luke Air Tool. You're most welcome. Thanks for tipping as well. Really kind of you, generous of you to donate to the channel and support the stream. Okay, Uniku, no problem. So we're playing on PC. We're flying on PC in the sim. He's outside left. Oh, okay, he's literally here. There he is. Jeez. Jason, when are we going to control Manchester again? In 2 days. Literally Saturday at 1 o'clock. Take the Great's asking for specs. 2 seconds, I'll put the command into the live chat, and if that's the right one, probably did the wrong one. I'm useless with commands. We'll see what happens. If not, it's exclamation mark specs. Hardware wise, I'm using the Turtle Beach VelocityOne Flight, which works on both Xbox and PC. And I love it, it's fantastic. Really getting into like enjoying using it as well. Oh gee, here we go. He's coming for the low pass. ETA should be at the top of your screen, Wesley. Yeah, there he is. Oh yeah, screenshot. There is saving up for a honeycomb. I'd love a honeycomb, but you know what, now I probably wouldn't bother getting one with this. I'm really enjoying it. Luke C Media, thank you very much. Developer from the Luke Air Tool, of course. Reese, very excited today, earlier up in the chat there, because he's getting the Warthog stick today. Nice, which according to some of the real world pilots feels the most like the Airbus side stick. Nice one. You'll have to tell us what it's like in the Discord server once you've had a couple of days using it. There's the Scandinavian A320. Yeah, aviation simulation's great, loving it. It's like the inaugural flight of Osprey Airways official. And there's loads of BVX flying along. Good grief, there's still people departing Oslo. Negative approach to Scandinavian 84 Lima. It's just on the departure. Osprey 32, which is pizza. Jetstar 1524, no flight plan. Got Turbo Stig, Simon, commentator, Osprey 6 Lima Juliet. Yerbs as well, BTI. David A. John. Scandinavian 786. GJM 721 as well, and myself. Wow, that's amazing. Midweek flight, and we've got an incredible turnout. And I need to put these screenshots onto Volanta actually as well. Let's get them started on the upload. Been quite a few near misses in the past, Sam. The beauty is the near misses usually trigger some learning. Simon, interesting route after takeoff, but on track now. It's a very quick, very tight right turn, isn't it, after departure? Thera, the €250 for the side stick itself. Wow. Yeah, see, the Turtle Beach VelocityOne Flight is a really nice yoke system and a good little throttle system with a trimmable trim wheel, like a nice proper little trim wheel, with Cessna style throttles as well, throttle proper mixture levers, load of custom buttons and things, and it's £350 for the total kit, the whole kit, throttle and yoke together as a package. It's really nice. Tate the Great is saying, so I'm a part of Virtual Airliners with smart cars and Pyreps. Do you still recommend me getting the Luke Air tool? Yeah, I think so. I don't know I haven't tried smart cars, but the Luke Air tool is free, and you can have cabin announcements. It's got like a PAC-X style thing as well that works too, which is quite cool. Wesley, am I going to be doing the return? Not today, sadly. We might be an extra hour watching people land, which is quite cool. There's NEDAM. So we want to be at or above flight level 100 at VI 406. We could do a little bit of planning to try and achieve a continuous descent as we make our way in, I think. Yeah. Nice little challenge, flying an Airbus with a yoke. .85 nautical miles. That'll do. So now we should have, there we go, a 85 nautical mile fixed ring around that waypoint. Victor India 406, and that's where we have to be at or above flight level 100 and a max of 250 knots. So there's our, as we cross that blue line, that's basically our top of descent into Vilnius. You can see the constraints there as well. What else could I put in here? 10 miles, I think. EY, VI, was it 19? Or 10. Should have, we can't see it, but we should have an additional fixed ring. There we go. Wonderful. So threshold of runway 19 and a 10-mile fixed ring around that too. Happy days. So we've added 2 fixed rings in then. Simon loves the Luke Air tool, it's a great add-on. Yeah, it's good fun, especially with all the announcements, makes it a little bit more immersive. Literally did smart cars for the first time last night and love it. Fantastic. Cytherea's going to be flying soon. Nice. The commentator, my drone camera has been left at the airport, doesn't want to reset to follow my plane. That's because there's now 2 drone cameras. So if you press end, I think it's the end button, you click insert to trigger drone cam, don't you? And then I think if you press end, it will cycle through the second drone cam. EQ, good morning, afternoon and evening to you too. And yeah, as Mark's saying there, I'm getting ready for the PMDG 737. Absolutely. That's why, you know what, that's why I'm so hyped about having this throttle and yoke system as well. I can highly recommend the Turtle Beach VelocityOne Flight. I know it's had mixed reviews, but I'm not sure how... I mean, I've not had a negative experience with it so far. Leonardo, hello. Very well, thank you. I hope you're well. Thanks for joining us today. Simon, we could do with some custom announcements, couldn't we? Well, actually, the beauty of the landing rate monitor is that it does a similar sort of thing. So if we had some things recorded, like a Osprey Airways safety demonstration, for example, then we could all add that into the landing rate manager tool, and as we begin to taxi, it will automatically play with FSU IPC recognising the different phases of flight. Which is quite cool. Commentator, frames are so bad for some reason today. Not good. Have you got much scenery sat around at the moment or anything like that within this particular region that we're flying, or maybe like a have you not cleared your cache since the last update perhaps? We'll all, of course, after this as well, have to compare each other's landing ratings inside inside our Discord server as well. Larry's requested to join Osprey Airways. I have to manually approve each application at the moment. That's the only downside. So you can join. It takes a bit of a, could potentially mean that you'll have to wait if I'm asleep for me to approve it. I've requested that I can add airline staff so that it's not just me approving stuff. That's something they're looking into doing later. Baz was asking, how do we clear the cache? Inside your SIM menu, you should be able to go to data and then reset cache, I think it is. It's the ENGM, interesting. There's going to be another update to the freeware Oslo that we departed from over the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be an incredible, basically an incredible looking... Oh, there's 2 aircraft. We've got one over there that we can't quite see, and then we've got the SAS A320 there. Look at that. That's awesome. You can just basically clear the cache and reset it. Make sure your cache isn't too small either. Dry Humour, hello to you, welcome. Saw lots of aircraft flying along on VATScope, didn't get why. Now you see what's happened. Fantastic. Well, welcome. Good afternoon. Wesley, yeah, we did discuss that a minute ago actually. I did we did say we've got to make sure that we've got a 2-hour gap, basically. Sorry, a 2-minute gap between each arrival. So if we can try and achieve that before we get there, it'll avoid the need to hold. Otherwise, it'll get very busy very quickly, and then we'll all be stuck in holds. I mean, there's 4 of us tracking the flight at the moment on FS Hub landing rate monitor under Osprey that I can see crossing the Baltic Sea on the airline radar, which looks cool. Dragonair, hello to you, welcome. Oh, definitely make sure if you are flying along, you're updating your position on Unicom as we're all making our way into Vilnius, because it will get very hectic otherwise. Commentator. I mean, there's quite a few of us that are very close together. That's the worry. Who's that? They're very close. Wow, look at that. We're almost basically doing some airline formation flying. Leonardo's saying, did you update AIG? No, I haven't touched it because I know they're not quite there yet with getting all the systems and things back online, and I don't want to jinx it, basically. It'll be sod's law that I'll end up updating it and I'll lose a load of models, because I know some people have had a bit of a problematic experience since they've come back online. Lind, yeah, you know what? Vilnius looks incredible, doesn't it? It looks like a quite possibly one of the best freeware sceneries available at the moment on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Trying to spot where aviation simulation is. I can see Wesley, Scandinavian 0, he's already overhead St. Petersburg. He's just past St. Petersburg actually, so he's going to be in long before us. Who else have we got flying on? Big old line of people, it looks great. So we've got one over there, and then we've got one in front now. 1,000 above. Should be 2,000. Gonna have to keep an eye, because we might get TCAS again. Mr. Swedish Moto, wow, have you got Sim Update 8 or World Update 8? Are you on the MSFS beta? Ah, it's lovely, you have indeed. Let me click the email. Okay, I'm getting surprisingly nervous about this one. Swedish Motor, nice. See, I'm dubious about trying the beta. I'd love to give it a go, but I don't think I'd probably end up breaking something in my sim, or installing it wrong, or doing something that'd end up buggering it up. So. that's the one, Chlind. NEDAM 2 Bravo arrival and runway 19 is your the ILS Zulu for runway 19er. And that will get you sorted out via Kosovo, I think it was. $120 till top of descent now. Well, I think he's behind. 1,000 still. Interestingly enough, Streamlabs doesn't seem to be popping up the little subscriber menus and things anymore. So I'll try and get that sorted at some point. Aviation Simulation's using the Urca 2 Bravo because he's going from Zurich, but might just join the hold and leave the star anyways. David A's dropping to max 7.6 for spacing, nice stuff. I might have to drop back a little bit as well with this guy, or enter the hold for one loop actually. Perhaps that won't bugger people up behind too much. So it was a hold at... Which one was it? Hold at Kotov. So hold, we want inbound. Interesting. Right plan. There's Kotov. We enter that now and click hold. Zero 099 with a right turn. So I don't think that's quite mapped properly. And interestingly, I haven't got a actual hold charted there. Revert to computed. Right turn, 1 mile. Inbound course of 099. We can leave it at that, see what happens. Who knows, it could be an absolute mess. Leo's not even reached Stockholm yet, wow. That's incredible. Doctor on board's doing some descent planning for me already. Birth page, the go around page. Let's have a little look. I mean, there's every chance we could be on approach and have to go around, so 1648. Fully good. That's Tango, thanks. We'll have to have a little look when we get a bit closer to make sure it's basically shaped correctly. Should be. I'd like to think it will be. But of course it is experimental, so it might not always work as we expect. Aviation simulation. That's Osprey, we'll go where we want. We'll park up, we'll fill up all the gates so that you have to use the ramp. That sounds good. Yeah, Doc, I'd misread your message. $80 miles to top descent. So we've got NEDAM coming up, and then what else? After that we've got the Victor India RNAV waypoint that we've got to tackle. Then after that, potentially one lap in the hold, just one. I mean, we're on Unicom, so what we could all do is aim for one lap of the hold in the A32NX just to sort of see. Poor visibility alert, brilliant. Oh, exciting. 3 to 5 days, business days, to find out whether or not I can get my rather cool, rather unique and sort of limited bit of channel merchandise going. Big Benno's loving the clouds. Does look quite special, doesn't it? Wesley's already well into descent. Saw some talk about the beta for MSFS. Keep in mind you'll have to reinstall your sim when the update is released when you use beta. Oh yeah, that's not for me then. No thank you. John, yeah, we could hold at cutoff, different levels. So I guess if we announce to each other who's going to hold, there could be 1,000-foot separation between each of us. And then as one leaves the hold, that next person steps down, and like so. Almost as if a controller's online doing it, but we're having to do it ourselves. There's that Scandinavian flight, so I'm going to definitely have to go into the hold for one lap. I think I've got maybe a minute or two behind others, sort of spacing-wise, separation with the next aircraft behind, potentially. Willie, good afternoon, welcome. Hope you're well. So it's telling us speed 230 in the right-hand hold, and it's just going to be altitude as required, and I'm going to go down to about the minimum of 5,000 feet basically, because we're going to do one lap. So I'm going to aim to hold at 5,000 at 230 knots and then exit after one loop, which should then give enough space in with the Scandinavian A320, which is basically about a mile in front, 2 miles in front. Yeah, about 2.53 miles in front. We might not even need to hold, to be totally honest, at that separation, but who knows. Probably about 10 minutes until top of descent now as well. Prior to descent, we'll have a look at Navigraph, and we're going to be coming in via this NEDAM 2 Bravo arrival like so. We'll be into descent well before NEDAM because we've put the fixed ring in with 85 nautical miles. We need to be at or above flight level 100, max 250 knots by Victor India 406. Then we're into the zone, and we've got the initial approach fix of Kotov, max 230 knots, and we have to be at or above 5,000 feet with the local QNH, and we're going to aim to fly one lap of the hold there at 5,000 feet, just for a bit of separation with the one in front. Although I might not. I might keep it going. From Kotov, which is there, we're going to then head 069 degrees, Victor India 414, Victor India 412, and at that point we want to be at 3,000 feet, but mandatory of 2,700 feet to intercept the glide slope there, 6.8 DME from the VNO VOR. Minimums, we're going to do ILS Category C aircraft, and we're going to set the Barrow at 923 feet, so we can do that in a second. Airport minimums, landing on 19. So planning to vacate, ideally Delta or Echo. We might be able to get off at Delta, to be honest. But we want minimum runway occupancy because there's so many of us flying in one after the next. We're basically going to be about 2.5–3 miles separate from each other anyway. So it's every minute there's going to be an aircraft landing potentially for about 20–30 minutes. Which, if it works well, is going to look so good. Mantis, no way you're going to stop on Delta, go on Echo instead. Yeah, Echo's probably the most sensible option there. Aviation Simulation used the whole runway at Bristol the other day. Rob Colley, welcome on board, thanks for subscribing. I think we've got some good separation. I've left the hold in program just in case, and I can cancel it basically just before we get to it if we need to. We need our approach data, so METAR Echo Yankee Victor India, and we've got 220 at 16 knots. So we've got a bit of a crosswind component there to contend with, maybe about 5–6 knots. Vicinity showers, broken cloud 4,300 feet, cumulonimbus, 6 degrees Celsius, dew point +3, and a QNH of 973 hectopascals. Wow. Again, that's really low pressure. And that minimums that we mentioned earlier, 923, that can go in now as well. and we'll have a full flap approach. It's telling us around 130 knots. I reckon we could get away without a hold, to be totally honest. Providing the Scandinavian front holds his speed up 160 knots until 4 DME or something like that, then we should be okay. He says. Famous last words. It's going to go to an absolute mess, isn't it, at some point? We'll have to brief the missed approach as well, of course. Almost at top of descent here, actually. I think we are at top of descent. Let's have a look. Oh. Down we go. Willie's asking, how do you cancel the hold? You just clear it. Pretty much, yeah. 10,000. And down we go. Now we've initiated the descent. What I will do is change this to 973. Such low pressure. And I'll also get that one ready. 973. Yeah, so what you would do is you wouldn't remove the hold right cutoff. You just remove. You could click here, you could click it like erase, I think. But that hasn't done anything. But I think you could just literally click clear. Oh, there we go. So the second cutoff, we clear that, discontinuity, and then we can get rid of it. And then we've got our standard approach put in then. Constraints are on for the descent. There's the Scandinavian aircraft. Where's the TCAS alert gone? Ant, hello, welcome. As we mentioned earlier, if you are just tuning in, what we've done as well, we've configured for the ILS Zulu approach runway 19, and we've had to put in the VOR frequency ourselves, but also we've had to manually tune via the charts the ILS frequency and the 3-letter code and the runway course as well. So do always check that to make sure that that is set as you wish. I'm going to clear Victor India fix, so we don't have double edge rings on further in. They're quite high, hence why I think he's gone off on TCAS, because we're 6,000-7,000 below him now. I think we're descending very quickly though. "60 nautical miles. I'm going to come off on the rate of descent slightly here, I think. 2-2. Oh, Mark, that sounds uncomfortable. Thing is, with the low pressure as well, it means that if we look at the altitude here, 28,000, flight level 280, when we go to local QNH, we lose almost 3,000 feet instantly. So once we go through transition, we're probably not going to have to descend any further. big cloud coming up. Let's just turn everything on just in case. You don't want any icing. And now we're into descent. And thinking of getting a PC purely for VATSIM and hopefully Microsoft Flight Simulator as well, and the wide range of add-ons. Would you say it's worth it? So VATSIM itself requires a flight simulator unless you want to be a controller, in which case you can just download their radar client basically, and you don't need a flight sim for that. You're just using like a radar scope as air traffic controller. That was interesting. I just noticed the engines weren't spinning, the actual fan blades. Aviation simulation. There's a Captain Sim 777 flying near him. VFR from Moscow to London. What on earth? Probably because it can't actually do IFR, because it's so bad. And probably I'd say it depends on your budget, to be totally honest. You can get some really good flight sim hardware. I've got the Turtle Beach VelocityOne Flight, which I love. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and I've had a fantastic time with it. I can't fault it in any way at the moment, which is quite cool. Flight level 100 is coming up, so let's just go back to open descent here. Where's that 7.3? There he is. But try and get the best of what you can get. The problem at the moment is it's just ridiculously expensive to get any graphics card hardware and that sort of thing at the moment. The missed approach for the ILS Zulu runway 19 is climb on a course to 194 degrees to Victor India 415, climb to 2,700 feet. Then turn left with a max of 210 knots direct to Victor India 413, mandatory 5,000 feet, and then on track 011 degrees to Victor India 407, followed by a track of 312 degrees direct to Exam. Maintain 5,000 feet, max 230 knots, and hold at Exam before committing to a additional approach. Another go. So effectively we're planning for a continuous descent. Echo Yankee Victor Lima Center 1333. And we've got ATIS. We've got a controller. Fantastic. If you're watching sneakily in the background, thank you and welcome. 1333. This is where loads of people disconnect. Vilnius control, here we go, information alpha. Vilnius control, good afternoon, Osprey 165, Airbus A320neo, currently inbound NEDAM, descending through flight level 170 with information alpha.
Osprey 165, Vilnius control, hello, set squawk 6314, cleared NEDAM 2 Bravo arrival, expect ILS Zulu, runway 19.
Set squawk 6314, NEDAM 2 Bravo arrival and expect ILS Zulu, runway 19, approach Osprey 165.
Osprey 165, continue descend to flight level 70.
Continue descent flight level 70, Osprey 165.
Very good day, this is Gazprom 154, locked on ILS runway 19, about 2 miles.
Gazprom 154,
Gazprom,
hello,
wow.
wind 220 degrees,
Shipping some
16
gas
knots,
about.
Runway 19, you're good land.
Clear to land runway 19, Gazprom 154.
Okay. Let's clear the music.
And hub 721, Vilnius Control, hello, radar con, correction, set squawk 6303, continue ECOM to Bravo arrival, and descend to 2,700 feet.
Look at these layers of the cloud, it's remarkable. We do that view, or even this view actually, look at that. So all the vicinity cumulonimbus. Oh, he looks stormy down below, look at that. Good grief.
Passing 160 inbound.
That accent.
BI 406.
Which one, mine or the other person's?
Scandinavian 786, Vilnius Control, hello, set squawk 6305, continue via NEDAM to Bravo arrival, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 973 hectopascal. Short 6305.
So now we're aiming for
continue NEDAM to Bravo arrival.
250 knots here by the time we get to Victor India 406. Actually, that looks like it might have worked out quite nicely for us. So the information alpha from the ATIS, runway 19, clear and dry, braking action gun, good. Transition level flight level 75, though he told us descent flight level 70, interesting. Wind 220 degrees, 16 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, vicinity showers, broken cumulonimbus cloud 4,300 feet, temperature 6 degrees, dew point 3 degrees, QNH QNH 973 hectopascals, no significant changes expected.
Scandinavian 786, just to confirm, that will be squawk 6305.
There's the Scandinavian, a couple of miles ahead. Actually, I think it's not too bad with spacing at the moment.
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, Vilnius Control, hello, set squawk 6312, turn left heading 09.
That's on. Oh, we've got vectors as well for people. Brilliant.
Control, this is Air Baltic 1 Lima.
Of course, we don't have weather radar, sadly, so we can't see the chaos. We don't have a terrain map either. Chaos of the weather.
Air Baltic 1 Lima, Vilnius
And make sure that's set to 1.
I do not see a flight plan from you. Please file your flight plan.
You're really gonna. Wesley will be pleased that he missed the controller. Oh, look at this.
Osprey 490 Vilnius Control, hello, and set squawk 6307, continue NEDAM to Bravo, I will expect Alice Zulu.
Oh, look at this. This cumulonimbus is huge.
Flight level 100.
I am descending to flight level 100.
That's a big storm cloud. We're literally just skirting over the edge of that. A tiny little pea of an aeroplane.
Vilnius Center, Osprey 5 Hotel, with you at flight level 350.
Look at me, professional pilot, avoiding all the turbulence and keeping it smooth.
Osprey 5 Hotel, Vilnius Control, hello, set squawk 6301, report ready for descent.
10,000.
6301, we are ready for descent, Osprey 5 Hotel.
Lights, signs. Put the wing on.
Scandinavia 740 on 1 mile final.
Scandinavia 740, surface wind 220 degrees, 16
Rainbow.
knots, runway 19, cleared land.
Clear to land 19, Scandinavia 740.
Hub 721, turn right.
PKS, hello.
80, clear Alice Zulu operation runway 19.
Double rainbow. Go medium auto brake.
Hub 721, roger. Scandinavian 786, continue descent 2,700 feet via Koto.
Keep smashing that like button, guys, if you're enjoying today's stream. 108 watching, fantastic. Welcome if you're just tuning in. Try and get to 100 likes before we arrive, if it's even possible.
Osprey 165, continue descent 5,000 feet, QNH 973 hectopascals, and reduce speed to 200 knots.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 973 hectopascals, and reduce speed to 10 knots. Was it Osprey 165?
Osprey 165 confirmed, 200 knots.
200 knots, Osprey 165.
Osprey Papa Hotel,
And we're below green dot then.
level 150.
So 973, 973. Green dot, let's get flaps 1.
Control, good evening. Osprey 6 Lima Junior descending through flight level 230, flight level 10 by NEDAM.
That's fine, that's done. 129.
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet, Vilnius Control, hello.
Aviation simulation, yes.
304.
Shame on you.
Cleared NEDAM to Bravo arrival, and decent flight level 100.
Let's check the overheads.
Hawkins 6204, NEDAM to Bravo arrival and descend flight level 1.
See, we're going to go through this, so I don't want to
Osprey
leave.
6 Lima Juliet.
I'll turn the icing off later.
Vilnius Control, good evening. Scandinavian 8 for Lima, flight level 360, inbound the MIRMA.
And we'll go to 10 miles.
Scandinavian 4 Lima, stand by. Scandinavian 786, confirm following cut-off transition.
Extric, which video from you should I watch to get the best model matching on Microsoft Flight Simulator with vPilot? Watch my AIG tutorial. That Scandinavian's gone off he's gone straight basically.
I didn't require you to confirm, to say Roger, I needed you to confirm that you're following a transition. Lucky if you're not, then turn a left heading 015.
Are you sorry about the left 015
Gee, there's a lot of Osprey call signs being read out at the moment. Look at that, just skirting around the edge of this cloud.
Vilnius Centre, good afternoon. Airflight Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike is with you at flight level 330.
Airflight Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
That's pretty fantastic.
Hello, set squawk 6317.
There's some views. And from the other side, through the clouds. A little bit of turbulence, a little bit of wing flex. Oh, these cumulonimbus is huge.
Descend, descend 2,700 feet.
Ground below, we can see the grounds.
G'day, Scandinavian there. Hello, requesting Alpha approach to MASEV, level 35. Scandinavian 0, stand by. Break, Osprey 27, Geos Mike, actually, I didn't tell you the QNH, that will be QNH 973 hectopascals.
When we touch down, we've got the landing rate monitor fired up, so we should get it pop up on the screen as a tooltip with my landing. Just hope it's good. So he's 5 miles ahead now. We've been spaced quite nicely actually. We're level 5.
165, continue cut-off transition. Cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 19, speed 160 knots, still 4 miles DME.
Continue cut-off transition ILS 19 and due speed 160 till 4 DME, Osprey 165.
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet, confirmed squawk 6304.
What do we want to do? 3,000.
Squawking 6304 Osprey 6
160. We cleared ILS.
At Baltic 1 Lima Lima, Vilnius Control.
There, Baltic Lima Lima.
Baltic 1 Lima Lima, Vilnius Control, hello. Set squawk 6306, continue NEDAM to Bravo arrival. Descent 5,000 feet, QNH 974 hectopascals.
Squawk 6306, descend down to 5,000 and QNH or 9704.
Osprey 490, continue descent 2,700 feet.
Got a bit of conflict with an aircraft there.
Roger 2700 and 973 head.
But we're in. I'm actually allowing the speed to stay up for now. I'll go flaps 3 for a bit more drag. Where are we? 10 miles.
Osprey 524 Vilnius Control, hello, set squawk 6302.
6302. Osprey 524.
Wesley, you're last at the priority list in
Again,
what
the
even real
separation
controllers
didn't work out on the
with the
ILS.
way it works.
Osprey 165, break off the ILS, turn right heading 260 and climb 3,000 feet.
Right 230 and climb 3,000 feet, Osprey 165.
Yeah, also I've said that should be descend 3,000 feet as you're higher.
Yeah, we'll go 3,000, Osprey 165.
Traffic.
There's a traffic alert.
76 for established 100.
Let's get a landing gear back in.
786, continue ILS approach number 2.
Yeah, so Wesley, basically, flight critical safety messages go first. Stress, urgency, navigation, safety critical, like flight critical, and then at the very bottom, messages like clearance. What you could do, if you've got CPDLC, I don't know if you do on X-plane, is you could fire up CPDLC for your PDC clearance.
Yep, Scandinavian
And just do it that way.
Lima Vilnius Control, thanks. Set squawk 6316 and report ready for descent.
Okay, so that's the ILS cancelled.
6316 and I would...
So we're broke off, we're in the cloud. There's that aircraft there, there's a little Scandinavian flight just saw his lights.
Continue cut-off transition.
Just make sure we're 3,000, we're just 166. And we've cancelled our ILS approach. And we're being vectored away.
Osprey 26, correction 27, Juliet Mike, turn right heading 205.
Turn right heading 205, Osprey 27, Juliet Mike.
Oh, we're proper IMC now, aren't we? Peace suit.
786, clear land runway 19, wind 230 degrees 18 knots.
Look at that. Wonderful.
19 clear land, Scandinavian 26. I have 721, welcome to Vilnius taxi stand of choice.
Stand of choice, I have 721.
Vilnius Control, Osprey 165. Would you like me to go direct to Kosovo and hold?
Osprey 165 negative, I'll vector you in.
Roger, Osprey 165.
Osprey 165, you should be currently number 4.
Roger. It is a bit of a Vilnius city tour.
Osprey 165, turn right heading 290.
Right, 290, Osprey 165.
At Baltic 1 Lima Lima, turn left heading 055.
Turn left heading 055, Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima.
We have to leave our flaps out because we've got the speed constraint of 160. We can't retract the flaps any more than the stage they're at, because otherwise we could stall. So, Jeff, I know the suspense is building, isn't it? Will it be butter? There he is.
Scandinavian 0 information, Bravo, current QNH 974 hectopascal, clear cherry meteor,
This is fantastic. I love it when VATSIM's like this. Cancel your approach, just go around, turn right 160. It's always good fun. Just as we put the gear out as well. It's soft law. Oh, I could see it happening because you could see the little diamond on the screen, and then we obviously got our TCAS alert, but he didn't get so close that we had to take our own action. The controller vectored us away, so good controlling. What it's all about. And at the same time, we're having an absolute blast.
Requesting pushback.
Let's go navigate for a minute. Got TCAS everywhere. One on final approach, another one there. Suspect. Spectacular. There's David.
Runway 19, cleared to land, Osprey 490.
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, turn right heading 225, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 19, report established.
Turn right heading 225.
Willie wants an old-fashioned greaser. Hey, it's happened a few times. You saw my Tel Aviv landing in the
Osprey
787.
165, 10 right heading 020.
Right, 020, Osprey 165.
Osprey 5, Papa Hotel, turn left heading 030, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 974, head to Basel.
Turn 030, descend 5,000 QNH 97 for Osprey 5 about.
I'm going to add 5 knots here, because I want the nose to come down slightly.
Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima, descend 2,700 feet.
Descend 2,700 feet, Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima.
Oh, hello. There you go. Brief passenger look out the window before yet another Zoom conference. Busy, busy. And if you want that side, then there you go. I mean, in fairness, this is pretty stunning.
If after it is at flight level 300 and you're inbound boxes.
Swift 2528, Vilnius Control, hello, radar contact. Descend flight level 100 and you are cleared Irkal to Bravo arrival. Expect ILS Zulu runway 19.
There we go.
Heading flight level 100 and expecting the Irka 2 Bravo arrival, runway 19, Swift 2528.
Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima, turn right heading 180, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 19.
Turn right heading 180.
See, I know it's now about 3 degrees up. I wouldn't want it to be any higher.
19, sorry.
Just check everything in the panel. Willie. Turn those off for now. We'll leave wing icing on.
Requesting a taxi to 19.
Let's
Are we
see.
free to take off after the...
It is aviation simulation. Information Bravo 974.
Scandinavian 0 standby. Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima, report indicated speed.
Broken cumulonimbus are now at 1,900 feet.
170 knots until 5 mile final.
230 at 18.
Knots until 5 miles.
So, an increased crosswind now. Just tidy that up. Philip, yes, indeed. I've seen the new trailer for any scene for Heathrow. It looks...
Osprey 165, speed 200 knots.
Speed 200 knots, Osprey 165.
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet, cleared cutoff transition and descend 2,700 feet.
Cutoff transition, descend
200.
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet.
Oh, Swedish, not good.
Scandinavian 8 for Lima, request to descend.
And we're flaps 1.
Scandinavian 8 for Lima, descend flight level 100,
Extric,
level by
the
NEDAM.
AIG model matching video that I've done is the one you want to watch.
Scandinavian 8 for Lima.
Osprey 5 Papa Hotel, turn right heading 100.
100 Osprey 5 Papa Hotel. Osprey 490, clear 19.
Check a couple of things here. Make sure that's armed again. Medium auto brake still.
165, turn right heading 170, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 19.
Right 170 degrees and cleared ILS runway 19. Osprey 165.
Venus Control, Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima, establish runway 19.
Air Baltic 1 Lima Lima, Roger, surface wind 230 degrees 18 knots, runway 19, clear land.
Clear land, runway 19.
Yeah, the any builds, any scene, Heathrow looks insanely good, and
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet, turn
going to bring you guys
010.
hopefully some cool preview content with it as well.
That's 7010, Osprey 6 Lima Juliet.
3000.
Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
Approach mode.
Airport Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike, go ahead.
Autopilot 1 and 2.
Did you
About
get
3
my
John.
ident?
Airport 2 Whiskey Alpha Mike, I'm not supposed to get any ident from you as I didn't require one from you.
190 degrees.
For descent, which you didn't.
And we're also armed on lock and glide slope. Wow, he's loud. Was it 170?
Thought I told you to report over descent. Okay. Turn left heading 010, descent.
We'll do 180 then. We'll meet in the middle.
Turn heading 010, descend flight level 100 for Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
It probably was 170, wasn't it? Because then it's 30 degrees.
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike is going around.
Go around.
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, turn left heading 280.
Very good, it was reading it.
F280,
F280, time 3000, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike.
Christopher, hello, welcome. Oh, our AIG are offline again, brilliant. I thought they'd come back online.
Scandinavian 0, requesting taxi.
Scandinavian 0, stand by just a second. Break. Osprey 6 Lima Juliet, turn right, heading 170, cleared ILS Zulu approach, runway 19.
Turn right 170, cleared ILS Zulu 19.
Lock is armed.
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet.
Scandinavian 0, taxi holding point runway 19 via Lima, India and Zulu.
Lima Zulu 0, holding point 19, we'll take off. And Scandinavian 0.
Osprey 165 established 13 miles, speed 200.
Osprey 165, maintain 200 knots until 8 miles final, and you're number 2.
200 knots until 8 miles, and number 2, Osprey 165. Oh, thanks. Have a good one. 8 miles. Oh, this is going to be rushed, isn't it?
Osprey 5, Papa
Exciting.
Hotel, turn right heading
974, 974, 3000, 200 till 8.
And descend 2,500 feet. Okay, so 2,700.
Glide slope starting to creep in. Armed with flaps 1, and we're briefed to go around. All our lights and signs are on as required as well. There's the runway. Crosswind looking juicy indeed. At the minute it's showing 44 knots. Extra, yeah, it's against the terms of service, sadly.
Osprey 5, Papa Hotel, turn right heading 205, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 19.
Glide slopes arms. And I'm going to go gear down now, because I need drag to assist. God, look at this crosswind. Exciting.
Vilnius approach Osprey 27 Juliet Mike. We've got a deviation of about 30 degrees of high ILS. Can I have vectors for next approach?
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, confirm you will be able for ILS and would you like visual approach?
Confirm with
Got one ahead still, I can see on the runway still. VATSIM, Edland, hello.
Descend 3,000 feet and fly heading 320.
Descend 3,000 and fly heading
6 miles.
320, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike.
I'm holding F. I'll keep going till 4. Then I'll go full flap. What's the touchdown rating going to be, guys? Quick, make a number up, decide, throw it in the live chat.
Continue descent 5,000 feet to an age.
Just skirting below the cloud base here. Centurio, good morning.
5,000 and QNH
5 miles. I'm going to say 120 feet per minute. Centurio's dropping 182, Ashley's 69, Swedish 300, Yeo Little Faith.
Siberian 886, Vilnius Control, hello, so it's called 6313.
And 4 miles, full flaps. Let's get this on the ground. At 1,000 feet, I'll take over.
Swiss 2528,
Fly her in.
6,000 feet, QNH 974 hectopascal.
6,000 feet and QNH 974 for Swiss 253.
Sure.
Scandinavian 84 Lima, descent flight level 80 and reduce speed to 30 knots.
30 knots and to 8,000 feet, Scandinavian 84 Lima.
Scandinavian 84 Lima, just checking on that flight level 80, not 8,000 feet.
Flight level 8,000 feet, Scandinavian 84 Lima.
Scandinavian 0, behind the arriving Osprey Airbus A32NX, line up runway 19 and way behind.
Behind
My controls.
Line up behind, wait, and then the
27 knot.
Cleared land, surface 1230 degrees, 18 knots.
100 above.
Clear land 19, Osprey 165.
Osprey 55 hotel.
Minimums, continue.
Heading 210 to establish.
Minimum.
20 knots, crosswind.
Osprey.
Slight deviation in the glide path there. Quite slow. Got it back.
Swiss 252, just to confirm, I actually forgot what altitude I gave you. Confirm it was 6,000 feet?
500.
Affirmative.
Yep, thank you. Break, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, turn right heading 105.
Turn right 105, Osprey 27.
300.
We're going to try and vacate Delta. Medium auto brake. Burst thrust. There's Wesley on the right hand side, on the holding point.
Osprey 55 Hotel, was it heading to 10 or 250?
Osprey 55 Hotel to establish unit heading 210.
Rosso 210, Osprey 55 Hotel.
40.
Whoa, hello.
30. 20.
Come on.
10. 5.
267 foot per minute. 0.99 G. Oh, and it's clapping for me.
Osprey 524, turn left heading 040.
I've missed Delta. Brilliant.
Turn left heading 040, Osprey 524.
Echo it is.
Swiss 252 to 40 indicated speed.
We're holding reverse idle at the moment.
Swiss 252, roger, reduce speed 210 knots.
They got a bit
200 knots.
choppy at the end.
258.
And we'll click to get rid of that.
Scandinavian 0, surface 1230 degrees, 18 knots, runway 19 clear for takeoff, report airborne.
Clear for takeoff 19, Scandinavian 0, that's clear.
Osprey 6 Lima Julia, expect very late landing clearance.
Please repeat. 6
Wow, look at those lights.
6 Lima Julia, expect late landing clearance.
Wonderful.
Roger that. Julia.
Confirm heading 205, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike.
There goes Wesley.
Scandinavian 0, 100 coming.
Osprey 6 Lima Juliet, clear land runway 19, surface 1220 degrees, 18 knots.
Oh wow.
Land Osprey 6 Lima Julia.
That was very late landing
Scandinavian
clearance.
0 radar contact, climb to level 350.
Oh,
Climb 350, Scandinavian 0.
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike, negative, that was heading 105 for you, but that's no problem. Turn left heading 120 now.
Left heading 120, Osprey 27
let's turn the strobes
Mike.
off here. Parking stance. Osprey 1.
Scandinavian 0 requesting DEREX left hand.
Scandinavian Zero, after Victor India 205, proceed direct Lafayette.
After 205, direct Lafayette.
David, nice. Osprey 165 on Foxtrot, is it taxi to gate?
Osprey 165, taxi stand of choice.
We'll go Osprey 165, thanks.
Osprey 6 Limited, same for you, stand of choice.
Let's get rid of those. Disarm the spoilers. Oh, Demantis, nice.
Osprey 5 Papa Hotel, runway 19 exit land, service wind 220 degrees 18 knots.
Still got
runway 19 Osprey 5 Papa Hotel.
The hell have I pressed there?
Swiss 252 left heading 030.
What?
Left turn.
Look at all those lights.
Swiss 252.
Got one on approach, you got another one on approach behind. You got 2 or 3 down there that I just spotted as well.
It'll be 160. Clear visual approach on the 19, airport final.
Turn right heading 160, port visual Osprey 27 Juliet 9.
Osprey 524, descend 2,700 feet and turn right heading 160.
Let's just try and get that nice and straight so that we can go to drone cam.
Heading 160, Osprey 524.
And for 2 Whiskey Alpha Mike, turn right heading 180.
Let's turn follow mode off so that we can just
heading 180 for Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
hold the drone here. How's our progress on taxiing here? I think we're going to fill the terminal up.
84 Lima, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 974 hectopascals.
5,974 is Scandinavian 84 Lima.
Jeff needs a rental car, Hertz or Euro car. Look at that, we've got 3 on finals now. That's fantastic. Keep smashing that like button, guys.
Osprey 524, fly heading 180, clear Alice, Zulu approach on 19.
Everything's a lot smoother on VATSIM velocity, isn't it now? I think the runway goes downhill as well. Very smooth.
Osprey 27, Juliet Mike, Roger, report final.
Report final.
Quickly reset this, because I will crash otherwise. It's been done before.
2528, descend 2,700 feet. QNH 974 hectopascal.
2,700 feet for Swiss 2528.
Back a bit of freeware, look at this for a terminal building.
And Swiss 2528, free speed.
Might go stand 49. Nestle ourselves in the middle.
2528, no speed restrictions.
Roger.
Scandinavian F4 Lima, reduce speed 200 knots.
200 knots, Scandinavian 84 Lima.
Osprey 524, you seem to have missed the localizer by just a bit. Turn right heading 220 to establish.
Turn right heading 220, Osprey 524.
Aaron, is the wing lights on during flight? Depends on the airline. Yeah, I think it's just more if it's icing conditions, really. Because the idea is it'll illuminate icing on the aircraft.
Turn right heading 220.
Got 1 on final approach there, so we've got enough time to park. Bit of tiller action going on. It's a strange square in the snow there that's been just left. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, where's Dave? Our resident marshaller. Creeper in. Is he going to tell us to stop? Yes, he is. Lovely. We look awfully close. That'll do. I don't trust him.
Scandinavian Zero, unfortunately there is no further ATC available for you tonight. On to Unicom 122-8.
Oh, we're still looking good there. How's he lined us up?
Scandinavian Zero, thank you.
It's not too bad.
ATC, bye-bye.
There we go. Would you look at that?
Scandinavian 84 Lima, reduce speed 180 knots. We'll maintain that till 6 miles final. Turn right,
Seatbelts.
heading 210.
Off.
Cleared out of Zulu approach, runway 19.
Betty.
210 to the right,
Touch.
maintain 180 until 6 BME and clear the 19er Zulu arrival, Scandinavian 8 for Lima.
One on finals. We swivel round here.
My turn right, heading 195.
Oh no, look how cool this looks.
Turn right to 195 for Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
Loads of us. There's the front of the terminal building. Great bit of scenery. The commentator, I was the one that got the landing clearance at about 100 feet.
Scandinavian 232 Vilnius
Was
Central,
just touching my throttle to go around.
hello,
Probably should. Ah, it was all good. You got down. Thankfully, it's just a flight sim. I mean, in fairness, I've heard them go that tight at Heathrow a couple of times on the tower, and aircraft are almost touching down, and the controller will just shout,
Osprey 27 Juliet
speed,
Mike,
oh yeah, speedbird, whatever, clear
knots,
land,
runway
runway 27 left, and that's it. The second they've said that, the aeroplane's allowed to land. A couple of seconds later, on a few occasions, the wheels have then touched down on the floor.
Okay,
So
let's give the final numbers. Osprey 524, you're number 2. Osprey 524, you're number 2.
Number 2, Osprey 524.
this is the first time we visited Lithuania. Wow, look at this.
Number 3,
One,
Swiss 2 after
2, 3.
And Swiss 258, I said in your time that you're clear for ILS, so I probably didn't do that. Swiss 258, present heading cleared out of Zulu approach, runway 19.
4 on finals.
Clear Alice Zulu, Swiss 2 after
Aaron, we have a few times. It's always good fun flying through a storm.
You're number 4.
Number 4, established on the localizer 19er, Scandinavian 8 for Lima.
There's a screenshot right there for Discord. How fantastic does that look? Charlie spawned in a Cessna in the middle of a hurricane once. Madness. There we go. Osprey. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Look at this weather. It's like something out of The Mummy Returns. It's kind of like we're just in this little pocket. Look at that, that's awesome. That's so cool. We definitely need a good screenshot of everybody parked up together here.
Osprey 524, expect late landing clearance.
Say again, Osprey 524.
Osprey 524, expect late landing clearance.
Christopher, so I think it's more the models itself. David, yeah, we've all flown in very quickly together. We've had a couple of issues on approach, a couple of go-arounds. Control has been fantastic. It's times like this that make VATSIM.
Clear land runway 19 is set for 2220 degrees 18 knots.
Clear to land, Osprey 524.
Oh. Gotta go around. No, no!
Osprey 27 Juliet Mike vacated on May 19.
Oh!
27 Juliet Mike, welcome to Vilnius, taxi stand of choice.
Taxi stand of choice, Osprey 27 Juliet Mike.
Love it. Oh. Oh, I got no words. Brilliant. Fantastic. I'm crying. I bet he needs them like new trousers. Oh.
That's not me.
Oh.
524, vacated runway.
Osprey 524, welcome to
Brilliant.
Vilnius, who's stand of choice.
That's fantastic.
Osprey 524, thanks for the service, sir.
That's made my day.
Swiss 2528, surface wind 220 degrees,
Oh.
18 knots.
Michael O'Leary's going to be straight on the phone.
Clear to land Swiss 2528.
Brilliant. I don't know who that is. Love it. It's good to see visual effects working with the snow. Simon, was that you? Oh, God. Fantastic. Literally crying. Aviation simulations next. Look at this. Oh. Where's that one going? You can see him crabbing into wind on final approach as well. That looks amazing. Look at this. So if we get aligned with the runway, which is there. Look at him crabbing into wind, coming in. Spectacular. Oh, Mark. Yeah. Just it committed that point. I'm landing. That's it. Carl, thanks for super chatting. Oh, that's definitely the moment of the stream. Here we go.
Wow, just wowery, that last landing.
Thank you very much for your super chat, Carl. Very kind of you. Thanks for supporting the stream. I think he's had one too many gin and tonics, whoever that is. Here comes aviation simulation. Some little corrections there to counter the wind. Looking very stable. Oh, look at that. Passengers wouldn't even have known that they've touched down. Oh, look at the terminal. That's fantastic. Who's that? Here we go. We got a fly past or something. Oh. I have no idea who that is.
Runway vacated, Swiss 2528, watch the butter.
John's got the duff scenery.
To Vilnius, thank you, stand of choice.
Stand of choice, Swiss 2528.
Interesting.
Scandinavia for Lima, surface wind 220 degrees, 18 knots, runway 19, if that's land.
Jetline 19, Scandinavia for Lima.
Not sure who that is.
86 no further ATC, Montenegro 122 decimal 8 and Jet 5, bye-bye.
Simon, yeah, it was a good test. I don't know who that is. One of them's cleared to land.
Siberian 86.
Pass the message. Siberian 86.
Siberian 86 no further ATC, Montenegro 122 decimal 8. Airport Whiskey Charlie Mike, descend 2,700 feet.
Different scenery.
Heading 205. Clear RS Zulu approach on runway 19. Fly heading 275, descend to 2,700 feet.
I mean,
Whiskey
at that
2
point,
Mike.
if I was them, I'd just land anyway.
Whiskey 2 Mike, just to confirm, heading 205.
205 for Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
There's the touchdown aiming point. Oh, look at that. Silky smooth. And we got some reverse out as well there. Awesome.
Convoy 24 today, requesting for
Look at that. And that is it. Everybody, I think.
Chevrolet with information.
Look at that. That's remarkably cool. Probably going to wind the time back slightly just to get a bit more of a sunset.
Hello, information Charlie correct. QNH 974 hectopascals. Clear to Shaolai, Ecom 1 Bravo departure, runway 19, climb 4,000 feet, set squawk 6310.
Ecom 1 Bravo departure, initial climb 4,000 feet, squawking 6310, and QNH is 974. Convoy 24.
Aaron, that would be quite cool, wouldn't it? I mean, we've got wake turbulence coming soon in, I think, the next update, isn't it, I believe? Which will be remarkably cool when that comes in, because we'll have to be very careful on approach. We don't get too close. We'll be blown around all over the place. There's aviation simulation. Whizzing around to the other side of the terminal building.
Have 731 information Charlie, current QNH 974 hectopascals, cleared to Shaolai, Ecom 1 Bravo departure, runway 19, climb 4,000 feet, set squawk 6315.
Okay, cleared Shaolai by the Ecom 1 Bravo departure to altitude not correction 6,000 feet, squawk 6315 aircraft. Thanks a lot.
Have 731 read back right.
Imagine this times it by maybe 10 for the chaos that we're going to have at Manchester on Saturday for the stream. Great freeware at Vilnius. Look at that. We've pretty much filled most of the stands as well, which is quite cool. Just got to try and get a good view here for some screenshots.
Vilnius, so did you see that aircraft landing just before me?
Yeah, I found that aircraft actually never contacted me and never found the flight plan, and they were disconnected by a supervisor and they connected back, so I just disregarded them.
No worries.
There we go. Thank you very much to our controller. Christopher, there'll be wake turbulence in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so whether or not, hopefully the models will then render in, perhaps maybe not so much with AIG, but with, say for example, Osprey, because they're just A320neos. Flybywire, I'm sure, will add the effects of wake turbulence quite quickly as well. John Messina looks like a cancer state in Moscow. Fantastic. That'd be a very, very exciting next couple of months for Microsoft Flight Simulator, really. What camera mode are you using for that drone? Yeah, Ben, so just drone camera, and I sort of set, I think I've reset it to the default settings now, 4 and 50, but I've got a different in-flight one instead. I hope you've all enjoyed it, flying along with us. Thank you very much to the controller as well for connecting with us and seeing us in. Really appreciated, Arthur, really appreciated. Hope you've enjoyed having all the traffic, and hopefully everybody's enjoyed flying along with us as well. It's great to see so many Osprey Airways flights buzzing around as well with the landing rate monitor. Really exciting. So I hope you've all had a great time. Loads of us here, look. Can't even fit them all in one screenshot. It's brilliant. And there's us nestled in the middle of the terminal there too. Join us on Saturday, 1 o'clock, 1300 Zulu. And we're going to be heading to Manchester Airport. We're going to be opening the airport up, ATC on VATSIM, clearance delivery, ground, tower and approach for about 3 hours or so. So definitely don't want to miss that. If you're new to VATSIM and you want to get involved, then perfect, this is for you. Join our Discord server, the link goes into the live chat every now and again by Nightbot. And if it helps, put your route into our Discord server for us all to sort of have a little look at and verify prior to flight, prior to the live stream, and we can basically help verify your route so that it's accurate for when you request it on Saturday. There we go. Wonderful. From Osprey 165, thank you very much for the ATC, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Very welcome, very warm welcome on board to all of our new subscriber, HRV, Planespotter 5, Antonis, Rob Colley, Yuri, Thomas, and Curved. Welcome, guys. Thank you very much, Luke Airtle, for tipping £5, supporting the stream, and Carl as well for super chatting as well, a generous $10 there. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I hope to see you all on Saturday. Take care.
Airfield 2 Whiskey, attention, Airfield Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike, surface wind 220 degrees 18 knots, running 19, exit land.
Clear to land for Whiskey 2 Alpha Mike.
Alpha Mike 270, Mike, thanks for the service, and see you soon.
See ya.
Conway